Einen schönen guten Morgen nach Österreich. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, here in Japan. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen wunderschönen Tag und herzlich willkommen bei unserem Webinar. Cordial welcome to everyone who is joining our webinar today. We are talking about semiconductor, robotics, AI. I welcome our key account manager, Andy Kondo, who is doing this webinar here today with us. So first of all, let me introduce again myself, Arnold Acker, here working as the Deputy Head of Advantage Austria, Tokio, der stellvertretende Auswirtschaftsleiter hier im Auswirtschaftscenter Tokio. And Andy Kondo, who has been with us for the last 4 or 5 years already as a key account manager for all the topics, Smart Factory, robotics, AI, digitalization, and of course, startup support in all these areas. As Advantage Austria, of course, here in Tokyo, the Auswirtschaftscenter, we are your office here in Japan. And as your office in Japan this year, of course, we are super busy with the Expo 2025 in Osaka. We had many delegations coming in from Austria, and that should hopefully stimulate the business that we do with Japan and also bring us a lot of industry-related companies for next year. So we are already organizing a few events in that respect. Before I want to start the events for beginning of next year, I just a short jump into one of our big events that we're gonna do in this autumn. So we are talking about the Austrian Strategic Business Summit. This is the first time that we do this, and we do it here in Tokyo. This is an all-Asia business summit. It's all about strategy. It's about where to move your company, your business, your organization that is doing business in Asia. So no matter whether your business is in China, in Malaysia, in Singapore, or here in Japan, we are talking about geopolitics, China, US, influence on Asia. We are talking about differences in supply chain, the shift in supply chains here in Asia. We're also talking about Asian companies. Where did they move with their investments? And of course, innovation hotspots. New technologies that are coming online from Asia that shape this region of the world, but might also shape what we see in Europe. So this is the third, the Congress Day, the conference day is the 3rd of October. 2nd of October will start with a welcome reception in the evening. We have some 100 people already signed up. Speakers will come from all over Asia, so it's not only Japan. And as I said, the topics are not Japan focused, they are Asia focused. We will have also some 120 Japanese companies joining us for this event. Of course, all the Austrian companies are most welcome to join. Also, the Austrian subsidiaries in the region of Asia, very welcome to join. We'll have our trade delegates, commercial councillors from the different countries in Asia joining us. President Mara from the Federal Economic Chamber has already confirmed his attendance. So has the Austrian Minister for Economy, Mr. Hartmannsdorfer. So it's going to be a really big event, 300 people, all about strategy in Asia. Focused on startups, but maybe interesting for some of you, even if you're not in the startup area. We have our Tech BizCon. This is the 9th edition already, 1 edition per year. This year, it's all about green transformation in factory tech. So we're talking smart factory, but with a focus on green tech. We have already selected the 6 Austrian startups that are joining here, but anyone, of course, any Austrian company is most welcome to join us here in Tokyo. You can scout for Japanese startups. We will have some 10 Japanese startups joining, 6 Austrian startups, 6 German startups, 6 Belgian startups. The format is similar to what we do every year. It's a conference, investor, corporate startup event where we bring people together, 200 people max. So it should be still intimate enough for personal relationships and talks one-on-one. Then the other event that I wanted to briefly introduce, where you can already express your interest and we'll start promoting it very soon for registration is, we did it this year, 2016 is 10 years ago, so it should be 2026. Apologies for that. So we're talking about the Smart Factory exhibition. That is the big exhibition here in Tokyo, end of January, 21st to 23rd of January. It's called the Smart Factory Innovation Week, actually, and inside there we will have an information booth at the Smart Factory Zone. And that's, of course, information booth, meaning low scale, easy to participate for any of you. You can send us your information, your catalogs, your brochures, and Andy actually, and we will be there and man the booth and promote your products, your solutions, your company to Japanese businesses that visit us. So without further ado, I would then like to pass on the floor to Andy. We will start where we have left off last year, so to say. We had the Ouranus program last year, where we talked a little bit about Japan, how they arrange data sharing in the industry, and compared to where Europe is. And so this has been 1 year, almost exactly, when we did our last webinar on that. So yes, Andy, may we see where Japan has gone for this 1 year, and please take the floor. Thank you very much.
Okay, let me start. So, okay, you know the title. Let me dive in. So today we have 3 topics. One thing is the digitalization. Then second part is the robot smart factory. And the last part will be semiconductor. Those 3 sections I'm gonna talk about. Then, okay, let's dive into the first part. That is the digital transformation in Japan. So, first of all, I would like you all to understand, okay, how the Japanese society look like. Then from my point of view, Japan is kind of a 3 layers. On the top layer, that is the policy and the government I wrote. That is the okay, on the context of the digital transformation, 2 different initiatives. One thing is the Ministry of Economy, Technology, Industries, those METI people. That's one of the ministry of the central government. Then the other one, brand new one, came in. That is the digital agency. How to make driver's license digital, for example, working on such a topic, things. Then these people working on new regulation, how to make digital and so on, and the project group. Then under that discussion, of course, the new AI rule, what's going to be look like, lots of discussions happen. But somehow, distant from reality, let's say, still lots of discussion ongoing, the things. Then rather, one layer coming down, really powerful, visible, is the corporate ecosystem layer, that the yellow one in between. Because we have many huge, big companies like Toyota, Hitachi, Mitsubishi, Mitsui, those huge conglomerate companies. Then Toyota, it's like it's like a huge government, really big operation. Then I wrote like a keiretsu. Keiretsu means the corporate ecosystem, let's say. Toyota is on the top. Then tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, such a supply chain, huge pyramid ecosystem is consisted. Then talking about the digital transformation, of course, okay, we do this way, DX. Then from top, then coming down to the tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that way of the changing the society. But of course, policy government saying something, but then people look like a Toyota's face. Okay, what's going on? That is why 2 layers somehow separated, sometimes attached, then conflicts. That is the reality of the Japanese society, let's say, a kind of fragmented society. Then on the bottom, real life. Yes, we are facing many issues here, like a really aging workforce, then small manufacturing companies, workers getting older, then all the knowledge skills, they might be disappeared. They have to be somehow taken over by someone, young talent, or AI, computer, robot, whatever. We really need it. Then labor shortage, of course, less number of people. Then workforce, young generation, they don't want to work in the factory. That's a common issue all over the world, I believe. Yeah, such a 3 layers we have. Then compared to the Europe, I look like let's say Europe. I don't say top down really, but the European government really good overview and also in a grand design. Then this is the way we go. Then all the countries talk each other, then move forward. That is in a grand design based society. But the Japan is like a fragmented, industry oriented, individual discussion is ongoing, then government is somehow connect them each other, or that is the different way of working I could see. Recently, I went to the one of the exhibition, automotive engineering exhibition in Yokohama. Actually, I live in Yokohama, just next to Tokyo, big harbor city. Then I found out big signboard at the Toyota booth. That is in a circular economy strategy. This is the kind of first time I saw in the Japanese show. I remember 2 years ago in the Munich automotive show, everyone, BMW, European companies, Volkswagen, circular economy, then digital product passport coming in, and lots of circular discussion. But the Japanese companies didn't really talk about with big voice. But now they start talking about circular economy things. Okay, this is the kind of a change I could see. But if you see right-hand side, I could see quite different compared to the Europe. For example, Europe, you have a Gaia-X, Patina-X, industry, automotive. Then how to get small company in the digital world. Okay, we have a system manufacturing X. Get on board small companies on the digital world. Then we can move as a one system digital world. That is the European way of moving forward. But Japan, that is the enterprise ecosystem really. This Toyota signboard is kind of a very iconic things. Toyota says circular economy now. Okay, then circular direction is coming down to the tier 1 and tier 2. Then tier 4, 5 people is really family operation, small factories like making screws or bolt nut. Those people, then they will be put into the digital ecosystem due to the pressure from the tier 1 to 3, 4, 5 coming down all the direction. That's the really different way of moving forward. That is the typical situation in Japan. But Japan also, sometimes we have a big overview, like Gaia-X. We have Uranus ecosystem, Gaia, ground of the heaven, God, right? Then Uranus is the heaven, sky things. Then Gaia and Uranus meet each other. That is the things. Then Uranus ecosystem is like a Gaia-X, big database. We collect the data, then use the data for the future. But somehow different. As I keep saying the difference, Gaia-X is the, let's say, centralized, then well-designed, comprehensive, connected everywhere, different industry, different X, connected. But Japan is not really that way. Gaia-X, compared to the Gaia-X, Uranus is the more, okay, individual industry doing that. Okay, how we get connected, already existed things, even more, not really, spontaneous, but already existing, some activities ongoing on the different industry. Then, okay, maybe it's time for the government to connect the things. That's the way, how it works. But now this Uranus ecosystem is really, really structured. Now we can see the progress here. For example, this year, February, actually this Uranus ecosystem is run by the one organization, Japan Digital Architecture Design Center. That is the, different companies and also government, university, all those people coming gathered together like a consortium. then creating the new standard. Then they agreed on this is a reference architecture. This is a data set we have to upload to the cloud system. Then that means all the industries working on the different rules, automotive world, manufacturing world, they will be get connected. They get on board onto the Ouranus-X-System. That basement is now really got ready. That is a situation. But how it works, what is the big purpose of these systems? If that thing's really aligned, I'm not sure. That's things. Then, but anyway, we have a quite solid database system. Then we know how to do it. Then that system will be, of course, get connected to your European systems, Gaia-X. Then how those two data systems can be connected, I could see the hint at the Hannover Messe in April, Germany this year. This was the Industry 4.0 stage. They talk about digital product passport and also Gaia-X, Patina-X, Manufacturing X, those things. Then one of the seminar was the joint seminar, Siemens from Germany and University of Tokyo. One of the professor talk about how we create the data from the industry. Then that set of the data, how get connected between Europe and Japan. That means all of the effort toward the digital product passport 2027, 2030 in Europe, then Japan will follow that direction. But I don't know how precisely, how strictly those two get connected. Maybe some part of the data set will be exchanged, or we don't know the detail yet, but at least those two ecosystems, Uranus and Gaia, will be connected in the future. I believe everyone joining today using AI already, daily basis. Me too, I do. Actually, this chart on the right-hand side, this is created by AI. I type in all the data and the text, then AI created such a beautiful table. That's a great thing. Then, but AI should be, okay, how those AI will be regulated? What will be the rule of the AI? Then deepfake is coming in. Then, lots of issues happening. Then AI governance. Now everyone talking about things in Japan. I understood in Europe, you are working on also AI Act things. Then that will be kind of a mandatory, kind of a strict rule, like privacy things. But Japan is kind of a different approach. I could see. Person on the picture on your left-hand side, he is one of the best professor of the AI research. He's Dr. Matsuo from Tokyo University. And also other AI researcher and lawyers, different people are invited to the our National Assembly. Then in the diet, there was the committee hearing about the professional voice listening session. Then this Dr. Matsuo clearly said, need a room for innovation. And also strict control, strict regulation that will avoid the progress of the technology innovation. He emphasized, don't kill innovation with over-regulation. That means our AI governance in Japan will be kind of no strict rules. Okay, let's see what happens. Then once something happens, then some regulation kicks in. That will be the way of we progress in Japan. Looking at the reality, okay, how much people in Japan, they are using AI? I was surprised to see the numbers because I could see that so many people using in the US and also EU, Germany, different countries. Wow, already many people are got familiar with AI. But Japanese companies, this is the interview and also research to the Japanese companies. 26% of companies using generative AI in some form. That's it, 26%. And also, individuals, just 29%. Oh, really? Kind of slow. Still early stage, seems like. But I could see real momentum is coming in now because the mentality of the Japanese people. Japanese people, we have a tendency like, using new tools. That's a cheating. You should do it by yourself. That means some people say, oh, you're using AI, oh, that's cheating. But the mindset will be changing very easily because our culture, we love to play with non-human, non-animal things, even though if it is a software object. Like on the left-hand side, do you remember Sony launched robotic dog? Yeah, very primitive AI was in there. Then recognize the face of the owner and shaking the hips and show the emotion. Then people love the dog. Still, they keep taking care of those dogs after 20, 30 years. That thing's ongoing. Really love them like actual body or actual pet or family. And the second picture from left, that is the small handheld device from 90s. Then small animal, monster, it's in the egg. You have to take care of them. Yeah, feeding and also playing with them and cleaning up poops and just the software objects. But the people really into it, really loved that small animal software objects. That things happened. That's really symbolic things of the Japanese culture. Non-human being, non-actual life, but we can love so much. And also, picture yellow one on the center. This is one of the big famous competition of the local mascots. There are over 1,500 characters, these small monster-like characters, mascots from all over Japan. Every single city, village, township, they have their own characters. Even the companies, like on your right hand, this is AGC's character, AGC-chan. Such a big company, material company. AGC is one of the material giant in Japan. That company has such a character. Also, in other copper company or metal company, they have those cute character things. This is Japan. Our society is really emotion relation first mindset. That means once AI got to be the partner, not the tool. They say, for example, GPT-3, that was the tool, but the GPT-4, you can conversation and also you can talk to them really daily basis. Then that will be a partner. When that things are coming up, boom, wow, Japanese people will be the best user of the AI in the world because we love those things. Wrap up. Digital transformation, kind of a slow because we have 3 separated layers and conflicts. But industry side, big Japanese company, Keiretsu, company-owned ecosystem, pushing hard. Then small company will be forced to be in that digital system. That is the way of changing the world into the digital. Then society, aging society, lots of challenges here. And also AI usage is kind of low, but because that is recognized as a tool, once people recognize as a partner, then boom, we will be the best user of the AI in Japan, from my point of view. Okay, next topic, Smart Factory Robotics. Yes, physical AI. That topic is coming in the January CES, Las Vegas. NVIDIA, Black Leather Jacket CEO, Jensen Fan talked about the physical AI. That means robot will understand the world. Then you can say, oh, grab the toast on the left side of the toaster, then put on the dish or plate, or such a natural language will operate a robot. Then robot can do the simulation training on the omniverse digital twin world. They understand the physics or that physical AI things. No training is necessary anymore. That was a message from Jensen. Then we are the robot country. Over 50% of world's manufacturing robot, these robot arm robot, we are the biggest supplier. Panak, Yaskawa, Kawasaki, Mitsubishi, Denso, so many robots companies here. Then one of the company like Yaskawa, they work very closely with NVIDIA. Then they created Motoman next. Actually, this robot arm will understand what to do next. You don't have to train them one by one movement. You just give the order, then he or she, this robot will understand what to do. Then they can create also a plan of the working according to the surrounding situation. Such a new type of working robot is coming in. And also, big robot supplier, their biggest market was the Chinese manufacturing. But that the Chinese orders are getting low due to the order from the United States, then they need to pivot the main target to the Southeast Asia and also United States or different world. And also India will be the really big market for them. Then that's such a big changes coming in, but most of the people look at the humanoid, right? I think everyone saw the movie of the Chinese robot companies, dancing and the backflip and lots of acrobatic robot things. Actually, okay, China is doing a lot, and also Europe looks like following that direction. For example, BMW, they start using Helix system on their production line. Humanoid robot grab metal parts, then bring into the next place, or such a humanoid-oriented operation started. Also, I have seen the brand new robot from Schaeffler from Germany. Yeah, they start using the robots in their American factory from this year or next year. I don't remember exactly, but they will start using it. Yeah, then what about Japan? Japanese companies? Yeah, some companies working on that, like a Kawasaki. They do. They keep doing the development of the humanoid, but not the absolute goal to create a humanoid. Developing humanoid because we need a core technology out of the humanoid. That is the Japanese company's main purpose of the development. Quite a good example is the picture on your right-hand side. This is the robots coming out from Kawasaki on the exhibition last year. This is, of course, this is not humanoid, but this arm is really strong to grab heavy stuff with this size. And also, this is designed for the disaster situation, like a big earthquake coming in, then trees, house, everything collapsed. Then getting rid of big debris and objects and so on, then yes, this robot will be really helpful, big support of the cleaning up the site and then moving the heavy stuff. Such a core technology, how to achieve strong torque with a limited number of the parts and limited form factor out of this arm, or such a core technology development we are really focusing on. That means motion control, actuators, sensors, then robotics as the systems. That is the our development direction, let's say, not the dancing backflip, appearing robot type of things, very robust, strong. So that is the direction. But we are working on lots of automation. Not only the humanoid. Actually, we are working on the different direction of automation. That is the logistics. We make our road autonomous. Japanese government, they run strongly the project Auto Flow Road. I think, if you see the video, that would be very easy to understand. Maybe you can see that. Yeah. Just a second. Yeah. You can see the highway. Oh, just a second. Let me get back to the right position. Yeah, it's like this. Yeah. On the highway at the center, very specific lane dedicated for the autonomous driving trucks or underground tunnels. These autonomous driving trucks are driving 24/7, then coming automatically to the logistics hub, then receiving the goods from the autonomous AGV, then go to the autonomous auto flow road. Auto flow road, it's like a belt conveyor things. Also, we have a parking buffer function at the center lane. That means, big factory like a Toyota, they want to deliver on time. Then they can control the delivery time on the right time. And also, components from different areas gather together in the one place. Then, okay, those 3 trucks are for Osaka factory, one direction. Then they can go. Such a grand design is created. Then this will be achieved in 2030 or 2035 within this range. That is the their target. Then first lane will be established between Tokyo and Osaka. We already have 2 highways. Then one is newer. Then that was an extra space for this. Then by achieving this brand new idea, actually, this will transport a cargo like 12,000 or 17,000 truck drivers. That means aging society, no drivers, but even more cargo. That situation will be solved by this autonomous logistic road. That project is ongoing now in Japan. Then next one, another infrastructure topic. You might have heard that the Toyota is building a city. Yes, urban city. I think in 2021 or 2022, Akio Toyoda claimed we build a city. Then yes, city is built now. Then you can see the picture on the left-hand side. This is the urban city, just in front of the Mount Fuji. Beautiful. Yes, this is the city actually, and people start living in from this year. Then city operation. Then how we live with technology, how we implement autonomous driving, autonomous robots, or all those cutting edge technology, how we implement into the actual living condition. This is a test city. And the quite interesting thing is underground, these roads, actually this is dedicated for the delivery and also collecting the garbages or those city services. Then that function, of course, highly automated operation is planned. That means lots of sensors and beacons or necessary infrastructures implemented. Then lots of tests will be ongoing in here underground. And of course, on the surface, yes, traffic lights and sensor cameras or city infrastructures, then highly automated society, how it works. This will be the really test city. Yeah. Then, yeah, let's see how Japanese people live with technology. Yeah. Oh, this is a wrap up of the robot things. Yes, physical AI is coming in. Robot will understand what we say, then they can react for the natural language. Then Japan is the one of the biggest manufacturer of the robot arms. Then of course we implement those AI-based LLM-enabled natural language understanding robots in the process. Then we work together with those robots. But we do not very much emphasize humanoid things. Rather than creating humanoids, we focus on the core technology which can be used for the humanoid or other type of robotics, like sensors, actuators, motion controls, all those things. Then considering the automation, how to overcome the situation, less number of workforce, we make logistics autonomous. Outflow highway road we create. And that will enabled by 2030 or 2035. That is between Tokyo and Osaka. And also, lots of the, let's say, our base of thinking is how we live with technology, how we put into those technology into the infrastructure basis of thinking. Then urban living, yeah, Toyota is working on the new city concept, city scale, technology coexistence, autonomous people, human being, how we live together. That trial is about to start now. Okay, then, yeah, looks like next 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the semiconductor things. I wrote like a re-entry into semiconductors because, yeah, mass production of semiconductor. Japan used to be the really mass production semiconductor country like 80s, 90s, but now not anymore. Like Taiwan, Korea, they are ahead of us. Then I talked about last year and a year ago, how TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company coming into Japan. Thanks to the collaboration with Sony and the Denso, Toyota, then they create the big factory in Kumamoto. Kumamoto is in the southern part of island, Japan, which is used to be called the Silicon Island. So many semiconductor factory located in that island. Then they picked up that location. Then now Kumamoto factory number 1 is already open. Then number 2, phase 2 is underway. Then really quick, rapid progress thanks to the Japanese government subsidy. Japanese government put so much money, like 4 trillion yen. Yeah, too big number. I can convert into the euro. But then 4 trillion, huge amount of money. Yes. Then also, same situation is happening in the States. TSMC is building a factory in Arizona for the CHIP Act related activities, how to strengthen the local manufacturing capability. But I have heard and I have seen the news like American TSMC factory getting slower and delayed, some issues. But seems like Japanese one, Kumamoto, #1 factory, built on time and already started working on. Then #2, some small conflict with the local society, but it looks like upgraded operation will be starting soon. And I wrote like a re-entry means, okay, mass production part or conventional semiconductors, yes, we are not the best anymore, but we can keeping up. But we try to find, okay, which area we can do better than other people. This is the way of thinking of Rapidus, our brand new semiconductor company. They are working on 2 nanometer scale chip. Then brand new factory is already built up. Then they start operation from April. Actually, they got an agreement with Apple, Google for the 2 nanometer logic semiconductor. Actually, they agree on the paper that they will deliver AI chip by 2027 to Apple and Google. And also, they will, their Hokkaido factory, they start the pilot operation. Then that the pilot operation manufacturing data will be available, July. That is the news on your left-hand side. No, right-hand side. This means very, very dedicated area, sophisticated technology we are looking at. Then this 2 nanometer process is achieved by the very close communication collaboration with IMEC Belgium and also IBM in the States. Yeah, our good friends collaboration, then achieving such a high technology in Japan. Also, recent news, Honda will join this strategic project because Honda, they are working on brand new EV, Honda Zero series. That is the very sophisticated AI will be implemented in there. Honda Zero will not be transportation anymore. Honda Zero will be your friend and your partner. That means once you get on the board, you get on the driver's seat, then talking to each other, today's schedule, or then car will understand your preference, your schedule, your emotion, really your partner. Then developing such a car, they need a strong AI development capabilities. That is why they are in the part of this project, AI semiconductor project. That means we are not going to the scale, but we are trying to find out this is the strategic area we should work on. Same thing is the brand new technology. Actually, and this technology is already available, but now Japanese companies are really working together and coming into this area. This is the NIL, nano imprinted lithography. Conventional way of the semiconductor, how to realize the circuitry on the silicon surface. That is the company from Netherlands. They have a very strong technology. They have a very strong market share. They took almost everything. Then Canon, Nikon, Japanese optics companies, they used to do that technology, but they stepped away. They stopped. They had to stop because the Netherlands, that company, that technology is really strong. Japanese companies, we cannot win. We cannot take the market. That is why. Then what should we do? Then Japanese company like a Canon, they work on the new topic that is the Canon Kioxia. Kioxia is the Toshiba Semiconductor, it used to be. And also DNP. DNP is one of the biggest printing company. Those three companies are working together, dive into the technology of this new way of lithography strategy. Of course, in this NIL, talking about this technology in detail, it took like, another 2 hours. So I don't dive into the detail. But this is like, kind of creating the tool, then stamping on the, silicon, that types of way of, creating the, circuitry on the surface of the silicon. Yeah, very rough explanation, sorry. Then one good news is the, such a new technology, we are working together. Yes, Japanese company, printing company, Toppan, and also, yes, Austrian big name, EBG Group. We are working together to work on this NIL technology, especially in the field of the meta lens manufacturing. Then this meta lens technology is a quite promising one for next generation of VR, Google, for example, and also LiDAR or autonomous driving related those sensing technologies or very optics photonics technology fields. This meta lens technology will be quite important. And this quite important technology area, Japanese company and Austrian company working together. Yes, this is the great topic. We should be proud of that. And we do hope that this collaboration should work in the market and taking the quite a big lead in the market. Japan being always the hidden champion of the materials supply in the semiconductor market. For example, special glass, and of course, silicon wafer, like Shin-Etsu and those companies, and very specific chemicals and the non-ferrous materials. Or we were quite strong on the material field in the semiconductor, not the semiconductor itself. Then, because we have a very strong research institute and also universities working on the materials, then that activity will be really accelerated. That is the this news. Tohoku University, they created this nano terrace. This is the accelerator of the synchrotron radiation facility. This means let's say huge microscope capability, let's say. Then what's going on in the inside of the semiconductors, and those really contribution to the next generation semiconductor development and also the material science. And this will be the really center of the material discovery and also next gen semiconductor development technologies. This will be the center of that in Japan, Tohoku University. Then, of course, we created big factories, and we created new research capabilities. Then we need the people, we need the talent. Then Japanese government created 3 hot spots. Hokkaido, this is the Rapidus 2 nanometer factory area, and also Tohoku, this is the research institute Nano Terrace, and also TSMC Kyushu Kumamoto. These 3 hot spots, they will be the regional clusters. Then dedicate this regional cluster as the new current growing field. Then, by the way, I just put Austria here because just to compare the size of the 2 countries. I think this Hokkaido island is quite similar size of the Austria, we say always. Getting back to the topic. So that means by 2030, within 5 years, at least 10,000 semiconductor professionals will be grown up, will be educated. We train talent in these three clusters, main areas. That will be the really challenge we are working on now. So wrap up, focusing areas of the semiconductors. We are not the, unfortunately, best player in the semiconductors. We are not the biggest manufacturer, but we re-entry the semiconductor market, pick up the right field, right technology. We can do better. Still, we can do better than other people. That is the Rapidus collaboration with IMEC and IBM. Then we deliver 2-nanometer chipsets to American giants, Google, Apple, and also we deliver to the automotive industry. And also we focus on the next generation technology like NIL. Then here we can see the collaboration between Japan and Austria. Then we work on the deep tech infrastructure, nanotrust, and of course to operate factories and research institute, we need a talent. Then we have a plan for that. That is the update for the semiconductor field. So that was the three different topics I explained all the way.
I hope we will see many of you also participating in our Austrian Strategic Business Summit in October, if you can make it to Japan at that time, or at any other of the events that we're doing, or seeing you in Austria. Of course, always welcome here in Japan at your office, Advantage Austria, Tokio, Außenwirtschaftszentrum, Tokio. Thank you very much for joining us today.